Murder gang.
That's a big up friend.
Yeah, nigga, way, nigga. You never even seen a switch, nigga. I don't believe you niggas real as you claim to be. My advice is keep it real and I still play for keys. Finna pop it in these niggas' face, the ones who fake believe. Remember sliding in the beat, we just getting A to Z. Next we swerving out of foreigns. Hey, next we swerving out of foreigns. Yeah, that's when they started hating me. My bitch asked me for a file, right? My bitch asked me for a file, now she somewhere waiting patiently. I know this shit might take a while, but day by day I drink. I know it seems as if a nigga vent, but let me slay the beat. And she gon' fuck me to my song, I feel like Player P. Then she really fucking with the track, she ain't even say the beat. Told her gone, if it's meant to be, then we'll lay to meet. Let's get it on, these niggas out the game because they can't compete. Alright, come on, and don't hit my phone if it ain't about no cabbage or no lettuce, please. Or what I'm on, I might show my business like a centipede. I know that it's hate, get in my face, and we still tend to speak. I can't even say that shit be fake, cause that's how niggas be. I'm running to this paper, get in my way, and I'ma click delete. Screaming with my dog, the first nigga saw me rip a beat. You not my five, you just see me on the television. Round with dog, but I ain't too much trying to fetch a frisbee. If you ain't wanna entertain bullshit, it has no relevancy. She say she love me, my bank has no letters in it. Push come to shove, I'll fall, but you there to get me. It's a team game, but I'll ball for a better vision. These days you gotta watch a broad, she'll let a nigga. Why my dream feel like a movie, but I could've did it. Why the scene feel like it's over, but it's never ending. Who are these folks in my head? I've never seen them. Who are these folks in my head? Who are these folks in my head? Play a role if you in the glass and be the boy catcher. How you from my side of town? I ain't never seen you boys ever. On my own ship, I probably make it to the shore faster. Hold on, oh shit, I think I know that little boy rapping. Seen a nigga throw it behind the ride, so I avoid capping. No, that shit not for the net. We them boys actually took 21 losses, but that shit made a nigga more savage. Ran into some bills, but now a nigga boy rapping. My daddy think I'm pushing weight. My daddy think I'm pushing weight, but I've been working on my core actually. 9 on April Fools because it's down, it's gonna be March Madness. Alright, I don't believe you niggas real as you. Come on. Hold on, bitch. Let's do it. Woo. Look, I don't believe you niggas real as you claim to be. My advice is keep it real and I still play for keeps. Finna pop it in these niggas' face, the ones who fake believe. Remember sliding in the beat, we just getting A to Z. Next we swerving out of foreigns. And next we swerving out of foreigns. Yeah, that when they started hating me. My bitches asked me for a while, alright? My bitches asked me for a file, my bitches asked me for a file, now she somewhere waiting patiently. I know this shit might take a while, by day I dream. I know it seems as if a nigga, alright? I know it seems as if a nigga vent, but let me slay the beat. And she gon' fuck me to my song, I feel like Player P. Then she really fucking with the track, she ain't even say the beat. Told her gone, they was meant to be, and we'll lay to me. Let's get it on, these niggas out about the game because they can't compete. Who are these folks in my head? Who are these folks in my head?
Muted. What it do, what it do, what it do. You already know what it is. It's the Chop Up Podcast. I'm your host, Big V. Hey, shout out to all the people out there that's tuned in. Shout out to my boy Hoffa. Shout out to Sam Toucan. Shout out to Crazy Joe. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Third World Digital. The Chop Up Podcast is in live and full effect on a Thursday. And we have Sex in the Church podcast owner and Reverend Teris Broughton. How you doing today?
Peace and love. I am so happy to be here.
I know.
Impressed with all that y'all are doing, and it's really making waves in the city.
Oh, man, we definitely proud of you. We finally got to meet after trying to contact each other back and forth for a while. We finally made it happen.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
Meant to be for sure. So go ahead and let us know who that was that we checked out, the video that brought us into the interview.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, that's one of my young kings.
Oh, yeah.
Sir Robinson, Sir Reed. He goes by the name of 600, Sir.
600.
Yes. And that is one of, you know, he's just talented in a lot of things, everything from rap and art, football and basketball and everything else.
Yeah.
So this is one of mine. I got a long line of them. Kelder, Sheldra, Blake, Chancellor, Eldrick, Sir Reed.
Yeah.
They're all
Oh, you got a lot of rappers.
Yes.
You got the city on lock.
I remember when Marlon, he made his first song in our living room, in my living room. They called it The Cave. It was way back when they was in high school. So,
Oh, all of them was recording in the cave?
yeah, that was he made his first song there.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm really proud of all of them.
Cool. Long live low.
Yeah, long live low, absolutely.
Yeah. And so a lot of people's stories started off in your living room recording.
Yeah, like I said, they called it The Cave. And I think that the artistic pursuits really took off after they used it as an outlet to deal with their grief and their pain and constructive ways to just get it out.
Yeah. And so, like, what about that made you okay with, them doing that? Because a lot of reverends wouldn't,
Oh, my God.
Wouldn't necessarily let kids come in and rap and, release their or vent into the music like that, like you would.
Well, you know what? My son Truth was back in the day. He was the producer. I ain't gonna say little, but he was the producer. And I knew that even then, people are a walking epistle in that people are the books in the Bible.
Right.
You are a book in the Bible. I'm a book in the Bible. And so to be able to have an outlet for your pain, your artistic flair and creativity. No, it's not about us muzzling people's mouths or telling them, oh, no, you can't cuss or you got to pretend to show up and perform a particular way in the world. No, that's the reason why we have so much mental illness and so much anxiety and so much pain and so much stress of people trying to fit into something that other people thought they should be or could have been. No, it's about being who you authentically are, like who you really authentically are, and that being God chosen and divine.
Right. How did you learn that?
Oh, wow. I think I was born with this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The reason why I ask, because, like, coming up in the 80s and before then, like, it really was a whole lot of structure as far as, like, what kids could and could not say.
Oh, yeah.
Expressing themselves and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I mean, we look at that was a form of survival.
Right.
And the black mothers particularly, we wanted you to be in a certain class of people. We wanted you to fall into a certain group of respectability, abide by that, so that you could be let into doors and rooms that the other generation wasn't.
right.
And so the more that you present to be safe, a safe black, and you could be in proximity to white people, then the more that was valued because, you work for Coca-Cola or you work for Go Power. Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it was a means of survival. But I don't think it was assimilation. I don't think it was that we were trying to be like them. I think that we were cloaking because you know how we do. Like, you sit down, put on, da-da-da. Then you answer the phone, ring. Hello.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just that code switching to other things that we do in order to survive and survive well in a crooked society.
Okay. Yeah. We call that cutting on the switch. That's what we call it. Like, hey, you got to flip the switch. Hello? Yeah, you put on your proper voice real quick.
Yeah.
Answer that phone like you somebody professional.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we do it so easily. But then it's also, we are getting into the space where we don't have to. We're getting into creating our own culture.
Right.
And once we have our own means and we're operating our own resources, then that shows the shift. And we don't have to hello anymore.
Right.
Right? We can say hi, or what, you know what I mean? What's up, peace? As they say, what is it, Grand Rising?
Right. Right. All of that.
All of that.
Yeah. So talk about your beginnings, like growing up in Pensacola. How was it?
Oh, wow. I you know what? First of all, Pensacola, was the first city settled.
Yes.
We have the
a lot of people
oldest-
argue about which one was first. They say St. Augustine or something like that.
Oh, no, that was the people that couldn't hang, and they left and went down there.
Oh, okay.
So
Tell the story. I got to hear
you
it.
had the native people who were here, And then you had the Africans who came freed and enslaved.
Okay.
Along with this guy, Tristan de Luna, but we're not focused on him.
Right.
The present is that we were already here.
Okay.
In all of our hues and colors, awaiting that group. And so then when there was a hurricane and storms, a lot of people packed up and left and went to St. Augustine and settled there permanently. But the ones who could hang, we're left.
Stayed.
And that's us.
Okay.
Yeah. So Pensacola has a long history of generations upon generations of indigenous people, blackness, culture. We have, all these people came and quote unquote, took us over and took over the land or whatever, imposed their laws and all through different wars. So that's why they call it the City of Five Flags.
Okay.
But essentially, we've always been here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you actually really just taught me something right there about Pensacola.
Yeah. It's a lot to be proud of.
Right.
Yeah.
They got a lot of different stories, man. I don't know if we could tap into all of them, but like some of the like underground tunnels.
Oh, wow. You know what? Definitely. There were a complete different civilization. And these things that we created so that we could sustain ourselves, it's an immaculate history.
Yeah.
It really is. But now the problem is that we have people unwilling to engage in what is real. So we're wanting to, look at blessed as having six figures and being blessed as having a certain type of car or, being able to go on all these vacations and not realizing that is a very linear and shallow Western way of thinking about being blessed or being successful, period.
Right.
Like success is having health, having good relationships, being able to, because even right now, somebody said that if you lost your job and you couldn't get stamps and you couldn't get this, who would you have?
Right.
So to have that group of people to be rich, to be able to sustain yourself, to be able to be loved on, like that's wealth.
Right. And you know what? Like, and so I can put it out there to the people that's listening. Like another way of saying that is like, I've known millionaires that killed themselves because they, you think that that's considered wealth, but it's like you got all of that and then you don't even know who you could reach out to if you need something. You don't know who really loves you for you.
Right.
You got all of that, and the people that don't have that, like, he killed himself. Wow, he got all this money, but it's not even about that. Like, they really be like unhappy. So
yeah, and I think that's, you really open up the tale of what our generation was able to watch. Like, we saw this whole buildup of celebrity life and the lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like, we bought into it.
Yeah.
And then it blew up in our faces. And now we see that all that was a facade. Like
everything.
The Wiz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not even real.
Right.
So we have been able to see not only the cycles of it dismantling, but also the effect that it's had on this generation. I think this generation is really powerful because, like, they don't care. Like, y'all don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't care to fit into what might look good. They're trying to survive and gain and really establish wealth and resources.
Right.
There's like an urgency to, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to grind until it pop, and then I'm going to be at the next level.
Right.
It's almost like this generation is kind of swimming their way out of this current that the ship that sank, and they're swimming their way out,
right,
and building another way for everybody else.
You know, dang, yeah, that's a good point that you just made, because I look at the kids and I'll just be listening to their thought process, and I'm just like, I would have never even thought of that. Like,
Right.
like
For
y'all
real.
really got some things going on up there that's gonna really like have y'all well off if y'all stick to it.
Yes.
So people say that it's not a lot of things for kids to do, but me on the outside looking in, I think they got a lot more opportunity, even if it's not the stuff outside. Like, for instance, us coming up, we was always outside. We had to be outside. Our parents was like, when I go to work, you got to get out of here.
Right.
Done. You can't come back in until, but
Yeah. 4:30.
yeah,
and
you can
make it back in before the street lights.
before the street lights
Right.
come on, and you already know what's after that. You about to eat,
Okay.
get in the bath,
It's
and then
gonna be a wrap.
you in the bed. Like, it's a wrap for you. But these kids these days, man, they don't go outside as much and play games and make up stuff to do to kill the boredom and all of that. But they be on these computers and they know how to work everything.
Everything. Hey, listen, they know how to do everything from scamming to really doing stocks and trading.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have never met a generation of people. Look, they make music and videos.
Mm-hmm.
This is stuff that my generation was like, ooh, one day
Yeah.
when I get discovered,
Yeah.
somebody gonna come knock on the door from California,
Right.
or that we had to go to L.A. or Beverly Hills
To record.
in order to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's
In their
not
phone.
like that.
They in the phone
I got
record.
the kids right now tell me when I pull up, oh no, Miss Robinson, you don't have to pay. If I'm going through a drive-through, oh, Miss Robinson, you don't have to pay because
Right.
they subscribe to one of my son's pages. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, this is really, I think that the false celebrity has fallen, but the true celebrity of people I really support, people I really care about, people who I really want to win, I will support them. Like O-Dog, like in his fashion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would love
Bread
to see,
chasers.
That's it.
Shout out to them.
Yes. And of course Blake, and of course Eldrick, Truth, all of mine.
Right.
And then all of the young ones, Keisha's children that were on the video.
Uh-huh.
See, y'all don't know that Keisha Gray, she helped me when I was 5 years old and I was making mud pies. You know what I'm saying? And it was her and Nitra.
Yeah.
So all of these, when I see them rapping and I see them doing the videos together, it warms my heart.
Right.
Because
So
I remember Tawana from Spencer Bibbs.
Mm-hmm. So you be tapped in.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny because you naming a lot of them, and I know them by their rap names and not their real names. I'm just cracking up inside because I'm going to figure it out. I just don't know about it now. So look, in school, when you were in school, like elementary, middle, and going to like junior high, high school, what was in your mind? What were you set out to become?
A theologian.
Okay, so and then you became that.
Yeah.
So that you always wanted to be that.
Yeah, I didn't know that I could. I wound up working in mental health and nonprofit organizations, and then I wound up accepting my calling and going to seminary only because I was, quite honestly, only because I was chasing a guy.
You kept it real just
I'm
now.
just being honest. I was like, okay, my marriage is failing, so I need to find somewhere to crash, somewhere to land. So let me do this. And I went to Bible college.
Okay.
There I made straight A's.
Where is Bible college?
It's called Selma University.
Oh, in Selma.
Yeah, but it was here in Pensacola Extension.
Gotcha.
And I was going because I was trying to impress the pastor. But it wound up being that I realized that this information about liberation theology and black psychology and pastoral care was exactly what I was always wanting to learn about.
Wow.
And so one day he called me in his office, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's about to be on. Go in the office, and he's like, you know what? You ever thought about going to seminary? Like, seminary? Why are you talking to me about seminary?
Right.
And I remember telling them, no, I would never go to seminary. Next thing you know, that following year, I was in seminary. And that man respected me more than I respected myself at the time. And so I was in such a low place because, for women, when you start going through a divorce and you lose that male validation, it's like you're knocked off a pedestal. That's why girls make the songs, if you mess with me, I'll take your man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, that male validation means a lot in this society.
Right.
And so when I had to kind of operate without that extra cape, then nothing that I did to get a man worked. None of that worked. And so I think that was God telling me that, no, I want you to do this the right way. I want you to gain this the right way. You don't have to, be the trophy wife of no famous preacher in order for your ministry to pop off. How about this?
Okay.
I'm going to let you grow, and I'm going to let you glow.
Got you. So that's pretty serious. So let's go back a little bit and talk about going into college.
Oh, wow.
So when you got accepted, because you went to Southern University?
Yeah, I went off to Southern, and I had an awesome time.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say I learned that much.
What was you majoring? What was your major?
English,
Okay.
because I thought that I needed to major in English in order to read the Bible. At the time, I thought that the Bible was written in Old English.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, yeah, so if I major in English, I'll be able to learn the Bible, read the Bible, and then I'll be straight. I'll be able to answer,
everything.
Yeah. But I had a lot of fun, even down to going off to Southern in Baton Rouge and being with 10,000 other students and that basic college life. That the whole reason why I went is because I watched, what's that show? Different World.
Different World.
You know what I'm saying? And what was the School Days?
Uh-huh.
Those were the shows that made me know I want to go to college.
Yeah. Did those two shows make you specifically want to go to a HBCU?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. It was either Spelman or somewhere.
Right.
That I could see on a Cosby shirt. But so even having that, but not having the real discipline and the focus to stay.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lord led me to Southern University in New Orleans because the plan was I was just going to go there and get my grades up.
Yeah.
And so from there, I fell in love with the city. I fell in love with the ancestral history of the international culture, the arts, the music, just all of it.
Right.
Cash moneyness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The no limitness.
Yeah.
In the 90s, I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And so I wind up staying and really focusing on just learning and getting an understanding of my African roots and African history. And I didn't get the credits, but I sure did learn a lot spiritually, and I grew. My soul kind of grew. And so it was that exposed me to African traditional religion. And then coming back and, having already been in the family of Ifa, then getting exposed even as a young person, let me see that there's no way that the whitewashed Christian religion that is taught in church is all that there is for us to learn.
Right.
Like we recognize that even Jesus wasn't Christian. So Jesus practiced his authentic indigenous culture.
Right.
And history and traditions. And so that is what we are supposed to be doing.
Right.
And we have a fusion of the Christianity that we learned here that we have morphed into a Black-centered experience, but it also originated here and in Africa.
Okay.
And so pulling all that together, it shouldn't be a problem.
It shouldn't be a problem. EFI is really, really tied into Pensacola. I actually had never even heard of it until I moved here, and then just was educated by a lot of people. It's a lot of artists that practice as well. Shout out to the Hog. That's one of the main ones that I see. It's a few of them, but like I always thought of, after listening to them talk and stuff like that, I'm always like, well, it gotta be right. It gotta be something about it that makes this many people down this way gravitate to it, because we was practicing something before.
Right. Yeah. God, the word God was just invented. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there had to be something prior to that, thousands and thousands of years. Definitely, I'm going to say this. Shout out to Golden Harvest Temple of, the queen, Ianifa Oshun Monife, who at a young age, I remember when I was, during that time, early, when I was in my marriage, young, I don't know what was going on, but I was always going to church, and I was always speaking and teaching in church. And I remember going to the temple, and she really affirmed my ministry and affirmed me from just, I wasn't even into it. You know what I mean? And I was like, I was always looking at it sideways, what's going on here? But then after the love, like, she really loved me, and respected me. And I'm going to tell you, her husband, he passed away, and she asked me to come and speak and be at the funeral and help. And that affirmed me to the nth degree. And then I realized, wow, this woman who has a whole different culture, a whole different practice, has been more Christian to me in my ministry than some of the Christians that I went to church with and grew up with.
Wow.
And so, yeah, she won me with her love. And so then I remember going in and getting a reading done. And I was saying, well, should I go on the mat, or should I get da-da-da? And I remember her saying that, no, the Orisha say, you're supposed to be a Christian minister. And I was like, not me.
Yeah.
And later on, of course, things went rocky in the marriage. I was trying to find somewhere to land, go to Bible college. Bible college, guy says, oh, you're brilliant. You need to be serious about your ministry. Then I go to seminary only because they said, go and we'll give you some extra credit for this work. And I'm like, okay, I'll go.
Right.
I'll go and fall in love with it. And so, and she told me during that reading that I would go off to Atlanta and I would meet people who were Christian, but also studied African spirituality. And at that time, I thought she was, okay, yeah, so she about 80-something now. She a little off now.
Yeah.
But she was right on point. So I have to send a shout out to her and everybody at Golden Harvest that, nurtured me and that I came up with. Because by the time I came back from seminary, here I'm getting ordained. I'm going from, who they know as Teris to now Reverend Teris or Pastor Teris.
Right.
And it was complete love still. When I came back, I think I spoke at the temple. You know what I'm saying? Now, do you know how hard it would be for me to get somebody from the Elay to be able to preach at the church? You know what I'm saying? And so it isn't about denomination. It's about right.
Right. Where
I see God. And that's where people are going. That's where we are going as a culture. That's where we're going as a time frame. As the shift happens from this 3D experience to the 5D experience, we're going to the place of authenticity, and we're rising to the frequencies and the vibrations of the people that match with us.
Right. And I think that's the one thing that kids are gravitating to that because it's more real.
Yeah.
It's more real and it's more authentic to everything that we're seeing out here in the world.
Absolutely.
As compared to me going to Sunday school with Granny.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
And the value of going to now, I ain't knocking.
It's definitely a lot of value in that. I would never knock it because that's how I was raised, and it's a lot of lessons from that still stick to me to this day.
Me too.
But it's like the seeing of everything else, like us actually. I'd be like, you want to know everybody's business? Go to church.
Go to church.
Type of deal. Like,
right.
I'm going to know about any and everybody just from Granny. Just from just sitting by Granny, listening to her talk to her friends. I'm gonna find out about everybody's business. And it's just like.
Yeah. But you know what? It's because it is the spiritual hospital still.
Yeah.
In the Black community, it's the place where You go if you're in need. You go if you feel broken. You go when, I done messed up.
Right.
You go, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
the place where you go. And so I think it is greatly contingent upon the spirit of the church and the people that are carrying it.
Yes.
The issue is not the fact that you know their business. The issue is their business something that can be considered shameful, or is it a call to your action? You know, because Barbara Ann have all them kids and they ain't even got no clothes. Could be,
Right.
Or it could be, hey, y'all, I'm finna come over and pick up your $50 and your $50 and your $50 so we can give Barbara Ann kids some clothes.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So it's the health of an organization, the health of the organism.
Yeah. Shout out to Leon. Shout out to LT. Said Supreme tuned in. This is my type of interview. Shout out to Mrs. Reverend Teris B and the Chop Up Podcast. He said you dropping jewels.
I love it. Yes. I told y'all you got the realest podcast in the city. I love it.
And you one of the realest reverends that even come on here and chop it up with me.
I'm definitely the coolest pastor in the city.
The coolest pastor in the city, y'all.
That's a hashtag I need to create.
Hey, the coolest pastor in the city. You already know who it is.
Nobody else, but I'm the coolest.
So, bring me back to this timeline when you said your marriage was failing. Like, what happened?
Well, I got this call. Well, first of all, we made a lot of money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when Negroes make a lot of money, you know,
don't do us like that.
People start looking good and all it right there.
Yeah.
And my focus really got on ministry and doing a lot of preaching and teaching in the group homes and all this.
Okay.
And then my husband, you know, he was a strong black man, fly, you know, kept his boys. And when you have a lot, when you get the attention of a lot of people, it could really make you or break you. So I shout out to him, my ex-husband, whom I love. You know, he makes a great ex-husband and a great father for the kids. And I learned so much, young, married at 22 years old.
Oh, wow.
You know, and we built an empire really together, and there, you know, things fall apart. And so, but what I learned about myself was that I was using him as a cloak.
Oh.
I was using him as, I was married now.
Yeah.
So y'all can't play with me.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of women do that.
Oh, yeah. And so because of sexual objectification, because of sexual commodification, because we have been taught that, you know, our value is based on who we are to men because they are the most superior.
Right.
And this is not our stuff. This is what we got from the folks that came and colonized the area. So when we buy into that framework and those systems, then it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not realizing that it's natural that the women are the backbone, that the women are the strong ones. You know,
we are.
Y'all are here to definitely guide us, to nurture us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna go out there and do some strong stuff.
That's it.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
But as far as like thought process and, you know, like the queen basically is the most powerful on the board.
Well, I'm gonna say this. In balance, yes, queen is most powerful on the board, on the chessboard. But we remember the chessboard is made by Europeans. You know what I'm saying? Not really, but the origin of it is thinking that everybody has their place.
Right.
Right. And even the queen, she can do all of these things. She can do everything that everybody else on the board can do. But only when she's locked into the king and they are working together is she's most powerful.
Yeah.
Because you can have a queen. I done took many a queen off the board.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're not locked in.
Right.
And so there's that balance that is promoted with our history and our culture. And there is the matrilineal and there's the there's both. And yes, I agree with you. When we look at the Bible, it talks about how the man was given like dominion, as they say, over the earth and told to go do this and go name it and go get, subdue the earth and blase. and then the woman was given essentially a relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Here you go.
you know,
There go your man right there.
that's your job.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're right in that he had all of the muscles and he had the ability to do a whole lot of things at one time. And now you think about a man. A man could come in and
Right.
no emotion attached. A woman still be thinking like, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So the feminine aspect of us as human beings, here she's much more spiritual. Her spirituality matches his physical strength.
Right.
And that which you cannot see, the dreams that she has, you know, the intuitions, the hunches, the ability to look you in your eyes and know what's going on. That is her strength, but it's meant to benefit him, whereas his strength is also meant to benefit her.
Yeah. Cool. So did you ever remarry?
Oh no.
You
No,
said
I was trying to marry a rich famous preacher so he could, you know, give me a BBL and I live an easy life, but God said otherwise.
God said, that's not you.
Yeah.
That's not you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So then you come back to Pensacola, and so what are you thinking now? Like, what's your goals when you come back?
Well, honestly, I was assigned a church.
Okay.
So with my denomination, we started in the 1800s, the AME Church, and I was assigned to a church. And just like most women preachers, you know, they send us 2 hours away. We got to travel some dirt road.
Right.
But I really learned a lot with that group of people. Let me tell you something about that group of people at St. Luke AME Church in outside of somewhere in Florida. I forgot. Outside of Tallahassee.
Okay.
That's the name. But all of them own land. All of them own their cars. They own their houses. I don't care if it was a double wide trailer.
They own it.
They owned it. And it was on 3 acres of land with greens.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
So, and all of their children was going to college. They would go to FAMU. So, Vernon, Florida. That's where it was, Vernon, Florida.
Okay.
So, you know, the mindset of that group of people, the mindset of people that are not trying to be flashy. They are really trying to have something and be something. I think all of them kind of worked government jobs or whatever was available in that area.
Right.
But they made the most of everything that they had. And I learned so much from them. Now, what happened was there was a naked picture.
Okay.
It looked like a naked picture. It wasn't really a naked
It wasn't for real.
but
It looked like one.
a naked picture of me that started floating around. And so just for the sake of the congregation and their
Hold on. Now, why would somebody do this?
well, because I was gaining a lot of popularity, and I was asked, just jealousy.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Just
I was
jealousy.
like, when did the jealousy kick in?
You already
Like-
know. It's always somebody. It's always, and because we're taught as women that we have to compete with one another, my presence becomes a threat.
Right.
And so it was kind of about a get down or lay down move by another woman in ministry. So,
Okay.
but yeah, they took, it was a picture of me, and they
Cropped it.
and
It
put
did all that. Yeah.
and well, no, it's an actual picture of me that I took, but it was a political statement that I was making, and I did it while I was in school. I looked like I was naked, and I had a sign that says, "I'm naked and still not asking for it." And so, but people, if you just send that to somebody, and that's your pastor, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why you can't even date as a
Right.
pastor. You just can't like, yeah, they're your pastor. It's just they don't match.
Right.
So, because of my love for the congregation and their position in the community, I just went ahead and stepped down. Even though I knew that it was nothing that I did wrong, it still it blurred the lines of respectability, of course. And of course, like I said, I brazenly fight against that.
Right.
So with all integrity, I stepped down to preserve them and my own, theirs and mine.
Okay. So you stepped down, and that was way out in Vernon, Florida.
Yeah.
How far? You said it's outside of Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vernon, Florida.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, I know you guys definitely learned some lessons.
For real.
You know, going out there and everything.
Yeah, but when it was a brother, 80-something years old, I remember him saying to me, Pastor, I've been going to church all my life, and I never heard the gospel taught like you teach it. That was all I needed.
That's it.
That was it. If I could just, it was just one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was really dope. I had a great time and learned a lot.
Cool. So now in Pensacola, like we were talking about earlier, how a lot of the young rappers, you know, gravitated to your house. And what is it about you, and what is it about your style that makes the youth gravitate to you?
You know what? I think it's them. You know, I don't think they're there for me. I think they are. It's the group. It's that special group of young men and young women. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at them.
Right.
All of them are go-getters. All of them are bad. All of them are, you know, wanting to do 2 and 3 different things to make sure that they create a life for themselves. Mm-hmm. So I think it's really them.
Yeah.
They are the ones that make me be cool, Mama Tears to everybody. Like, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So in all of this with you, like coming back to Pensacola, when did you get the thought process of, I want to do Sex in the Church podcast?
Wow. See, look, Sex in the which got me blackballed from a lot of circles, by the way.
I believe it.
But Sex in the Church podcast actually started. It actually started in Atlanta when there were students on the seminary campus who were renting dorms from Morehouse. Mm-hmm. And there was one young man who had a Bill Gates scholarship. He had a 4-point-something coming out of high school. And here he is at Morehouse College. Mother's Day, we're all in the little room there, the kitchenette. And he's talking about how his mom said everything would be great with him except that one thing. And I was like, oh, gosh. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean that one thing? And he was like, because he's
gay.
He's gay.
Yeah.
And so, me being a mom, and here I am away in seminary, and my children are in Pensacola, and I'm, yearning to be with them. Mm-hmm. I couldn't imagine a mom saying that to her son.
Right.
And so I just did everything that I could to kind of scrape up Bible verses, theological readings, everything that I could to bring comfort to him. Mm-hmm. And then that wound up turning into conversations with other people kind of in similar situation, which turned into, hey, we ought to make this a podcast.
Right.
And Sex in the Church was born.
Okay.
And I would have conversation with, I have, people who were in relationships, but they're in heterosexual relationships, but then they have a woman on the side, and where does this come from and why? And these are not like bad people. Right. You feel me? These are like good people that have sexually complex lives. And so just kind of delving into what makes a person yearn the multiplicity of different sexual partners or different genders. Mm-hmm. And what makes a person, hide, just like even in the church. If you were sweet, as they used to say, you could be in the choir, but you couldn't do nothing else. Mm. So this is problematic because what happens then when, little Craig turns 14 or 15, then 16 and 17, and then his voice changes? Are you going to wrap your arms around him, or are you going to make him fit himself in a box?
All right.
So just all the different complexities, and even down to marriage. We have premarital counseling. We celebrate weddings, but then when people get divorced, what happens? We don't have post-marital counseling, right? We don't have.
Oh, wow, that's a
you
good
tried
point.
it. Great job. You
That's
know
a
what
good
I'm
point.
saying? We're proud of y'all for
Yeah, for
going.
at least
You know what
trying.
I'm
Yeah,
saying? No, let's just leave the people there broken and bleeding. Abortion recovery. You know, you shame the girls for being pregnant. They go and sneak and have an abortion, but you don't have anything for them to recover from that. And then you have the men that had hand in it because they gave the money or gave the yes, or worse, didn't respond at all, which forced her to. And so all of these are sex in the church matters. We have to talk about these things.
Wow. And I think that when people hear the name, they don't associate it with everything that you just said.
Right.
They just, it's like it's like clickbait when you see the name. But wow, you just touched on a whole lot of things that women go through. Not just black women, all women who have like had abortions or anything like that. And then, like you said, divorces. Nobody ever comes and talks to you, and it's not it's what they do it before you get married, but not when you go through a divorce. And that's when you really need it, I think.
Exactly.
Because people be like left in shambles.
Do you hear me? It's the ripping of two people.
Right.
The Bible says the two shall become one. Well, guess what? Now they've been ripped apart.
Yeah. So what was some of your talks on the podcast, what were some of the reasons why guys would say that it was complexity in their sex life where they wanted to step out or just felt the need to step out on their significant other?
Well, you know that because people receive sexual pleasure in different ways. They have a primary way that you receive sexual pleasure. So say yours might be social. So you could be attracted to somebody that, oh man, me and her look good together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And your secondary would be the emotional part, and then last would be sex.
Right.
You know, and some people's their primary is sex. How are we in the bed? Is it passionate? Da 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 da. I don't really care about the public part. I'll do that sometimes, but it don't really matter to me.
Right.
And then the emotion, and then you got some people who are I just love her. I just love talking to her.
Yeah.
You know, and so you have to know which one gets your goat, as they say. And when one of those is not fulfilled, it
creates that.
Yeah. So people are looking for an excuse to step out because they're not fulfilled in their area.
Ooh, wee.
Because everything is an excuse. I mean, it's never that she didn't do the dishes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's never that he got mad. It's never that. It's because you're not fulfilled in one of those areas and you're using that as an excuse.
So in your experience in stories that you've heard from multiple people, do you think that men step out more than women? Or
I think that because now this is real, and I'm about to take you there because remember how we were talking about men are made different, like men are made to go out and conquer and be in textile, whereas women, they can live in their heads. If you know what I mean, if you could catch it before a woman takes action, you can catch it.
Yeah.
That don't mean she's not doing it. That don't mean that in the bed you ain't Denzel Washington or whoever,
right?
or Drake or whatever your flavor, right?
Right.
Y'all in there doing it, but she ain't thinking about you.
Yeah.
And she's thinking about somebody who is going to fulfill her.
Yeah.
And so that's why they talk about, what is it? Emotional cheating is worse. That's why women feel like, oh, he talked to her on the phone.
Yeah.
that was mine. You know, when I didn't really, you know, cheating is cheating. You know, there's money involved, and women are women, and things are things, right? But he talked to her on the phone every day and night. You know, that's the thing. And so,
because that's an emotional connection.
Yeah. So, when we start looking at making those vital connections,
right,
then might as well let it go.
And you know, I see young people, some young girls specifically, they'll post on Facebook or social media and say things like, my grandpa and my granny been together 70 years and this and that. Why can't I find somebody like this, or why y'all can't be like how my granny and my grandpa was? And the whole time I'm sitting back thinking like, cause your granny just was at the house cooking.
Do you hear me? Your grandmama, granddaddy didn't have cell phone.
Yeah.
They did not have the pressure of everybody knowing where he was at that time. I promise you the divorce rate would have been much higher.
I'm like, and Granny knew, even though they didn't have all that to know where he was at, Granny already knew the deal. It's just was that you got kids, you
Right.
at the house, you
Exactly.
take care of home.
Listen, let's not even play. Let's not even play. The concept of marriage in itself
Yeah.
is a contractual agreement that says you will take care of me. Now, if that is not happening, then what are you? I mean, let's just really be clear. Women are having sex with men that are not paying the bills. They're doing that all the time. The women that are considered balling are the ones that, girl, he pay my bills. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So can you imagine, like, wife is like the ultimate. You have reached tenure, like a professor reaching tenure.
Right.
Honestly, you are, for all functional purposes, a prostitute that has now been upgraded.
Damn.
This is the contractual agreement.
Yeah.
So now I pay your bills. I make sure you're emotionally right. I'm with you in public, holding your hand. I'm doing all the things. And I chose you for that because of whatever my contractual agreement was that I needed fulfilled,
Right.
what my non-negotiables. And so when you reach that status, yes, it's having a salary job instead of clocking in per hour. It is just that.
Right. I don't think nobody ever thought about it like that. But But you broke it down. So like, I got all kind of questions now. So it's like, do you think that it's natural to be monogamous?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's natural for a lot of people to be monogamous. It's not natural for another group of people. There are some groups of people that sexually are wired for not only frequency, but multiplicity.
Okay.
Just like you have different gender, just like you have a spectrum of genders, right? So you have an extreme male over here, and then an extreme, just feminine female over here, right? But everybody else falls within this spectrum. It's just not boys and girls.
Right.
And so that means that people will choose someone that, in my theological understanding, God is equilibrium. God is balance.
Right.
And so you're going to choose somebody who balances you. So whether you are heterosexual or homosexual, you ever see this? Who was that guy? Remember Sanford and Son? You know, he had, who was the one who had the wife? Rollo. Who's the one who had the wife? Esther.
Yeah.
And, you know, she was really telling her husband what to do. You know what I'm saying? Really kind of aggressive.
Right.
But then he was like, okay, I'm going to go with you. Right. It kind of worked. It balanced out. Fred and Wilma. You know what I'm saying? And then she's okay. Like, you know, they balance out. And so we see this in heterosexual relationships. You always see a man that is a certain level of masculinity that matches a woman that meets it. And you also see it in homosexual relationships.
Okay.
That's why we ask questions like, well, who the man and who the woman? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because one of them is going to assume a certain gender role, and the other one is going to do the other one. And so you'll find in homosexual relationships with women, a lot of the primary of it is not really sex. The primary of it is emotional support and public validation.
Yeah.
You see them out.
Display of affection.
You see
in public.
Yeah, you see a lot of that is important to women or some women.
Right.
But then in men, there is a lot of activity. Well, we did this, we went there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so people are people. So when we pull it over here to heterosexual communities, and you're looking at how people are coupling in order to meet the needs of society together, you have things like marriages.
Yeah. Is that people are just getting married just for the stature or just for the look?
Well, not just for the look. Not just for the look. If I feel the same way about life that you feel about life,
True.
then let's do life together. We put it on contract so that it could be a benefit to both of us contractually.
Right.
But it really is a emotional connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know some people that have been together forever and not married contractually.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the basis of let's looking at life, if people are doing life together,
Right.
it makes it easier. That's why you have the people who die and be at the funeral to my special friend.
Yeah. Yeah. So this type of stuff. So when does your podcast air? Or when do you do
I'm
it?
getting back going after
we
the
gotta
holidays.
get back. Yeah.
I'm going back after the holidays. I have lined up a few preachers in the city
Okay.
that I'm going to be having this candid discussion with. But see, when you think about preachers now, you got people, a lot of these people are over 65, and they're like, oh, I got my phone, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? You got to show me how to, you know, so.
I can't share it. Where is that on Facebook? Come on now.
Podcasts with brilliant professors of Black liberation theology here in the city. And it was like, well, I thought I was recording.
But I ain't even pressed the button.
I don't know why this thing didn't record, so that is, we'll be rebooting.
Okay. All right. That's good because I think people need to tap into conversations like this, and it'll help people like realize who they are.
Yeah.
In a sense, because you get to hear, like, you brought up a whole bunch of different points of view that I didn't even think about. So yeah, I think that's real cool and something that's needed. Actually, young couples need to come talk to you.
Yeah. Because see, we haven't even tapped into the spiritual science part of it. There's people were really born here for a reason. Like, you came here under your own contract with the Creator and said, okay, I'm going to go down here, I'm going to learn this, that, and the third. How I'm going to learn it is I accept to do this, that, and the third. And I'm probably going to need a parent that ignores me in order to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to need another parent that, was overbearing, so to push me. So I'm going to jump down here and do it. So we have this understanding in our souls of the route that we need to go. And when we're on that right track, then that's when we say stuff, oh, this deja vu. Because we're on that right track. But we came down here to experience these things, to learn and grow, to bump our heads.
Right.
So the night that the man broke into my grandmother's trailer when I was 12 and put the double barrel shotgun to my head and started to molest me, that was the domino that caused for me to have to figure out what makes these things happen. Right? Is it because of poverty and he breaking in the trailer and wanting to steal something and saw me? Is it because I had this nightgown on? Is it because I used to
start to point the finger at yourself?
Right. So I think they call that intellectualizing. You're intellectualizing your trauma. But in doing that, I began to make an assessment of everything: spiritual, psychological, social, cultural as it related to why that incident and other subsidiary incidents took place.
Okay.
Why is it that black women and black girls are the most exposed to sexual abuse and sexual assault and sexual coercion? Why is it that 73% of us experience those things with people who we know, who, you know, are invited to Thanksgiving and Christmas, who are there when we wake up on Saturday mornings? So we can't look at sexual trauma and sexual abuse and then the recovery of that as something that's, we can deal with that over there. No, it's right here. It's Uncle such and such. It's cousin it. You know, it is my godmama that touched me.
It's the devil, you know.
You know what I'm saying? And so we have to deal with these things, even though we don't, it's not comfortable. The reason why it's not comfortable is because it's the people that we love.
Yeah. It's the people that we love, and then us as kids who try to share that with the grown up that's supposed to protect us, shuts us up, actually.
Yes.
Tells us not to speak on it. This is family business, blah, blah, blah. You do all of that, and then, like we were talking about mental health, like that's something you have to lock inside. You have to hold this inside and really fake it in all these family reunions and all of these Thanksgiving dinners and all of this with this person around that did that to you.
My God.
And then they look at you when you spaz out as you the crazy one.
You the problem.
Yeah.
Whole time you the curse breaker because you the one saying something.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing with the shame that they're experiencing, the fear of loneliness and rejection, the fear that even if they say something, they won't get the response that they want, right? And that's a parent. If this child was violated, now I stand the risk of, oh God, having to do this alone. And am I strong enough, and where am I going to find the strength, and where am I going to find community? And you know what? It happened to me, so I'm frozen in trying to make the decision what I'm supposed to do. So a parent's inability to handle that is not their fault. It's the people perish for lack of knowledge. And that's why sex in the church is so important.
Yeah. Now let me ask you something about that. And this is for people that went through similar situations. If you did, how did you heal from that experience?
Oh, wow. I went through years of therapy, 7 years of therapy. But also, I was picked up by the women around me. It was the women around me that taught me how to love myself more. It was the women around me that taught me how to regulate my nervous system to the point where I didn't attract that same energy back again. It was the women that gave me those sacred secrets of how to cleanse my body and what meditations to listen to. Because even after sexual assault and sexual coercion and sexual abuse and all of those things that happen, if you don't attend to it or deal with it, it's going to leave a dent. And it's almost like a cake pan or a bundt cake pan.
Right.
You know, if it has a dent, everything that you cook in it after that is going to be dented. And so there's that little thing about you that is either highly paranoid, or you're quick to accuse, or you are trying to people please, or you objectify yourself. You know, there's this willingness to acquiesce to being subservient to someone that you know is not genuine with you, just to have their time. So the bar of what you expect and how you expect to be treated becomes lower because you have this thing that you feel that there's something wrong with you, inwardly, intrinsically wrong with you. And so until you fix that, you're going to wind up being promiscuous. Until you fix that, you're going to wind up pulling in people who would be abusive. Until you fix that, you're going to have that dent. It's going to be that.
Right. even if you don't pull in somebody abusive, you'll push away the person that's treating you right because you associating love with this other stuff.
Because that's your set point.
Mm-hmm.
And subconsciously, you don't think that this person loves you if they're not being overly aggressive or accusing you or whatever.
Yeah.
If it's cool, it's something wrong because that's not your set point.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about regulating.
Something wrong with him. Why you being extra nice? Because I'm polite?
Right.
Right.
He ain't got no trauma I need to fix.
And
I'm not useful.
Right. I ain't used to this.
I'm extremely insecure right now.
Nah, I can't talk to her. Right. They being too weird.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Okay.
I just sent you flowers.
Yeah.
What this supposed to mean? What this supposed to mean?
Keep these flowers.
No, but yeah, we do. And we operate out of our trauma.
Mm-hmm.
We operate from, actually, it's from the need to fix the trauma.
Right.
So we put ourselves in that same situation again to do it better this time, so it'll turn out better this time. So if I fix this thing about me,
right,
then that means that I have redeemed myself from it happening the first time.
Wow.
So that's why you see people get in the same types of relationships over and over. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you definitely see that. You see that a lot with. I don't really see that a lot with guys though. We try to go the complete opposite way. We try to.
Like, nah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. But women do though. Women do. And it just starts off like they're so happy, and then it ends up in the same exact the relationship that you was in prior.
Yeah.
And do you think social media plays a lot of part in newer relationships like that though? Because you know how they like overdo it, trying to portray happiness.
You know, that's good. That's good. I think that social media what social media does is prematurely puts ramifications on expectations that have not been communicated.
Talk.
You know, so it's like we're just now starting this thing out. We haven't even gotten to the point where we can make it Facebook official.
Right.
But in order to date, just the culture says, I'm taking a picture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or, I seen them. They was at Longhorn. And so now you have to kind of fall into what it looks like for other people to see a perfect couple or a power couple or a couple, period.
Right.
You don't have the freedom to allow the maturity of the relationship to create its own public persona. And so,
that's
yes.
big. That's big. You preaching tonight.
Yeah, I do that.
Hey, you preaching tonight, Pastor. No, I think that was a great answer, honestly, because you see it and it's almost like watching a car crash. Like you don't even want to look, and then you just like.
Isn't it? It's sad. What's sad is that. No, this is real. You see people who just get together. I'm thinking about a couple right now. They just get together, and you're like, man, this is going good. Oh, I don't want to see this fail. And we're on the edge of our seat with this thing.
Yeah,
you're madly in love. You know, you are posting this girl every day, and it's just, and we're in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the fact that we're skating on this ice that hasn't had a chance to harden is scary.
Yeah. Man, we just talked. We talked good, man.
Like, I had a good time.
It's really been an hour. It don't even feel like it. Anyway, I gotta bring you back. We gotta talk about some other topics.
Yeah, we gotta hit a part 2.
Yeah, I gotta ask you this though. This is just a hot topic. I wanted to see what you thought because the mental health thing is like really
Larissa
in the air.
Shields. No. Okay.
Now that's
No,
One.
wait, no. What was you gonna say?
I was going to start with Nicki Minaj.
Oh man.
So, I mean, I don't even know where to start with the question, but I'm going to just ask you this. From everything that you've been seeing, do you think that this girl is spiraling out of control or what?
She's been spiraling out of control. She's been out of control. The issue is that she didn't have people around her like black women have in community that are accountable to one another. Your money made you out of reach. So therefore you became out of control.
Okay.
Can't nobody tell you nothing if you could fire them and change their livelihood.
True.
If your good graces, you know what I mean, means the fact that the difference between my kids eating or not, you're doing just fine. And so when you have that type of money without that type of genuine relationships around you, yeah, and it's very sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad. And but we got to look. I'm thankful that she's still alive.
Right, me too.
I'm thankful. Look at all these people who the industry killed. Poor Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Prince.
Prince. You know what I'm saying? These people, we know that y'all kill these people.
Juice WRLD for the young ones out there.
Okay. Aaliyah. You know, even recently, Angie Stone.
Yeah.
Man, y'all killed that lady.
Right.
You know, so the attack it's a full on attack, and if it's lay down and get down, and if not, you going to jail because they privatize the jails, and you know they own that too. They own stock in that too, and so yeah, let's talk. I can't wait to come back because the pressures that she's under without basic community that's what it looks like. Look what happened to Wayne. He's a genius.
Right.
This man is an absolute genius. I thank God that he's still here.
Right.
So all the things that they had to endure without even realizing the weight that they had on their backs. They were still young. She was a young girl.
Right.
Growing up in this type of evil. And the necessity to escape from reality causes drug use. And that's not a reality that she created. It's a reality that she inherited because she was trying to get her people out.
Right.
So, yeah, I can't wait to talk.
Okay. Yeah. And that's how we're going to end it. This is the Chop Up Podcast. I'm your host, Big V. It was an honor having you. It was an honor finally getting you on the show. Shout out to the coolest pastor in the world, Rev Teris Broughton. Chop Up Podcast. We are signing off. Let everybody know where they can find you at on all social media.
Reverend Teris Broughton Robinson and Pastor Teris on Instagram.
Okay, and shout out to your YouTube page too.
Yes, my YouTube page is Pastor Teris. Yes.
Also, Sex in the Church Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe. Also, follow us on Instagram, The Chop Up Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube page, The Chop Up Podcast. It's the one with the axe. And we out of here. Peace.